In the morning, breakfast at the hotel. It's always nice to get together with the group and have coffee together, have some rolls and cereal, some fresh fruits, some fruit juice, and have a leisurely breakfast, and then we're into the taxis and on our way to the train station. At the station, we have certain special techniques we use as a group for getting on the train. We like to get there about an hour early anyway, get out of the taxis, pay the bill, and load our suitcases into some baggage carts if we can find them, or just pull them behind us. The next stop on our tour is Florence, but we've shown you so much of Florence recently on World Traveler that today's program we're just going to skip over it and take you straight to Venice. Now let me tell you about our train station techniques.
At the train station, it's a pretty simple procedure. We, as a group, we're all together here and we have our suitcases up on the baggage carts, and we're just, for security purposes, keeping our eyes on the bag, keeping our eyes on our carry-ons. And once you take these normal precautions, everything is very safe and secure in a train station like this in Rome. But it is important to keep your eyes on your bags, as it would be in any kind of public place, any place in the world. So we're just waiting right now. We've got about a half an hour before the train departs. We like to get to the station a little bit early, preferably about 1 hour early, and we get our bearings and find out which platform the train's leaving from, and that gives us time to get a coffee, pick up a newspaper or a magazine, and just observe the station activities, which is always a fascinating sight, particularly in Rome, here at the Termini, which is one of the busiest train stations in all of Europe. So we're waiting, and in about 10 minutes the train is going to pull into the platform, and at that point we'll just walk on down the platform and we'll load on. So we push our bags in the baggage carts down the train platform, and then when we get to the train, well, in this case we have about 30 people, and we find that it's easiest if only about 8 people work as the baggage team. So we have inducted 8 volunteers, and the other 22 people just get on the train and sit down in their seats, and the other 8 people, as you'll see in a moment, function as the baggage team, and they just take the suitcases from the train platform up onto the train. So this is helpful because that means that not every person has to lift their own suitcase up onto the train. We have help. One advantage of traveling with a group, especially a group from Hawaii, we help each other out. And so we put the bags on the train and we put the bags up on the baggage racks, which are right above our seats in the compartments, first class compartments. So the only baggage handling the individual passenger needs to do on our trips is in the train station itself primarily. When we ride by taxi, we get out of the taxis, each person pulls their own bag through the station, so it's useful to have a nice suitcase that has wheels on it. Or sometimes we're lucky, like here in Rome, there's baggage carts, so we just load them on the baggage carts and push them to the train. And then the baggage team from within our group takes over.
We always travel by first-class rail, and we have seat reservations, but even so, there is no baggage check-in procedure like you might find on an airline. Therefore, the suitcases come with us into the compartments, and we place them on the overhead racks. Here comes the train. That's why I always recommend taking a medium-sized suitcase if you're traveling in Europe by train. Maybe 24 inches is a good size, 25, 26-inch maximum. Certainly no bigger than 27-inch. If you bring a 29-inch suitcase, it's pretty hard to put it up on the overhead rack. But if you really wanted to travel light, the 22-inch suitcase can work as well. Then you sit back and relax and talk with your fellow passengers.